Yo guys, what's going on? This is Yorkie Man here and welcome back to another episode of this Football Manager 2020 save here with FC Twente. In this episode we're going to take on Den Haag, who are now actually managed by Roberto Martinez, which is absolutely crazy. We'll go through the results that have gone on off camera, and I think there's only actually been one signing. We've been relatively quiet for once. I don't want to make too many changes to the team because then the cohesion, can't say it. You know the word. For some strange reason, I can't say it. Let's look at the fixtures. Right, so since the 3-0 win against FC Emmen, which I was pretty happy about. We played against Utrecht and beat them 2-1. It was a good result. It was frustrating to let them get a goal. It was a corner. We know it by now. We know it by now, the corners. They're a thing. We did well. Good performance again, though. We outplayed them. And then we played against NAC Breda, and this one was a little bit frustrating. Because, again, we actually outplayed NAC Breda. We just couldn't. What was really difficult was Braff in this one. What was really difficult, to be honest with you, was Braff in this one. I am going to show you Seferoza's goal. It was unbelievable. Honestly, I was giddy when it hit the back of the net. I was giddy. It's a beautiful goal. But yeah, it was just frustrating. They weren't very good at all. But we couldn't really capitalise. I'm having a few winger issues. We're changing stuff around now with the way we play. We're playing them further forward. They just don't seem to be... they're not impacting the games enough, and they're good enough players, so they're not impacting the games enough, so we're going to play them further forward from this game onwards, actually. But yeah, again, a dominating performance. It was frustrating to concede the goal. It was a very good goal. No one could tackle Braff. I don't even know why they brought Braff off. I was happy when they did. He's by far the best player they had on the pitch with his 17 dribbling and his 16 acceleration. Just couldn't catch him. Just could not catch him. He was just running away with it. And then Joel, unfortunately, our ex-player, has got the goal for them. But let me show you Seferoza's goal. Right, guys, strap yourselves in because this is probably the best goal we'll score all season. It was unbelievable. When I saw the free kick, Tekker's just... Let's watch it one more time. I could watch this all day long. Just let's watch it one more time. What a finish. From the free kick as well. We take the free kick to him. He's in acres. You can't leave him on his own, can you? You cannot leave him on his own. Absolutely tremendous. Right after that, we played against William 2, and Ignacio scored early on. This was the first time we tried the 4-4-2. I tried 2 up top. William 2 had a terrible start to the season. Didn't work. We didn't dominate the game. We did have some good chances, but not enough. And they managed to score a goal that was coming, really. You know, when you're watching the highlights, I could tell that they were onto something. And I feel like, again, this season, that we might not always be amazing at scoring more than one goal. We're good when we control the games, and we probably would have won this one if it weren't for my tactical tinkering. I will take the blame for this one. But then after that, we played against Ajax. We just recently played against Ajax, and we lost 2-0. Now, Ajax have a ridiculously good team. They've signed Calvin Stengs. They've signed Antonio, the great Brazilian youngster, wonder kid. They've just got a fantastic team. And we were outplayed. We did have opportunities, which was frustrating. We did have opportunities. But in the early stages of the game, I tried to see if we could control the game still against Ajax. And no, we couldn't. And I think it's just a learning process. But I'm really not going to take this one to heart whatsoever. It's Ajax. But let's get into the player that we've signed. He hasn't played yet. We signed him on deadline day. So the man we've signed is Manuel Ugarte. Probably wrong, but that's what we're going to call him. He's a 20-year-old Uruguayan. I've looked at him a few times. When I saw that he was on a free, I couldn't believe it. He's already valued at 5 million since we signed him, and as you can tell, he's a very good player. He's probably as good as Busquets. We're going to play him here. Obviously, deep line, play, make it, defend is a role we use, and we're going to continuously use that. And yeah, he's just all around. He's a fantastic player. We've brought in some brilliant players. I think once they bed into the team and get used to the way we play, I think we're going to be looking very good. But let's pick the team for today's game and see how we can do against Den Haag. Right, guys, so this is going to be the lineup for today's game. We're going to start playing like this. We're going to play with the wingers further up. Nasi's going to play inside forward attack. It is his favourite role, so he's probably one of the best players at the club, so let's see how he gets on. We'll play Seferoza, Fernandez. It's a decent lineup. The only change is Singh comes out because he's not very fit for Busquets, and Pantic is starting games now. He's finding his fitness slowly. Hopefully he's going to be good. He's played okay so far, so that's going to be the lineup. We're sticking with the 2 centre-backs that we've been playing most of the season so far. We haven't used Anders yet, but hopefully we can get a victory. We need one. I think Den Haag should be a team we beat. I'm hopeful of a very good performance today. They've got an all right team. They've got Pal, Clement. They've got an okay team. I believe that we should beat them, though. I think this is the type of team we should beat. Again, I do believe we are probably, not even probably, we should definitely be the 4th strongest team in the league. So hopefully that's going to be the scenario. I also wouldn't mind knowing what you guys would prefer to see the games played in. I'm trying to play in 3D in the Bolton save when I play through the games, just to see if I can get into the mindset of ever playing in 3D. I know some people prefer it, and I wouldn't want to alienate myself by not playing in 3D, but I must admit I am a big fan of the 2D format. It's I don't know, it just seems very pleasant for me to watch. And what's going to be interesting is the formation they're playing. I don't know how we're going to be able to break that down, and a free kick goal would have definitely given us a bit of an early advantage. They're going to be quite difficult to break down. They're playing very, very deep. So a set piece could potentially be the way we get a goal in this game. They're certainly going to look to hit us on the break. I saw Ignacio charging in there. Pantic puts it wide. Yeah, Ignacio was charging in for the ball there, wasn't he? I don't think they're going to free up much space, and that could be a problem with us. There's not going to be any areas of the pitch for us to work into, but this is a good opportunity, and there's Elias Machua gets his first goal. That is important, and I mentioned, didn't I? I said set pieces could be important in this one, just because of the way they're lining up. It doesn't really favour us, them playing so deeply. We need to be matching them, and we need to make sure our home form is top-notch this season. I feel like it could be the key to us getting 4th again. But the team is definitely advancing well, and I'm enjoying. The insane thing is just the amount of youth. Pantic cannot score. What's crazy is just the amount of youth in the squad. When I'm picking the lineup and I'm looking through the players, I'm thinking, God, it's just such a young squad. I don't think I've ever had a team that is this young all around before. Usually I have a lot of experienced players mixed in with some great young players that I'm expected to do really well, but this squad is just surrounded with young talent. They've not caused me any problems yet, but you can see how they're overloading the wings to a degree, but we will win that straight back. Now, Fernandez has had some indifferent performances from the first performance of the season. Seferoza's been the same, though. Sabol here. Sabol's actually been very solid so far. Fernandez puts it over. Good opportunity. Sabol's actually been very good so far down that left-hand side. Dominated so far, but nothing has happened. And the throw-in went straight to Ignacio, but it was well blocked. He just couldn't fire it in. That's a shame. Fernandez, though, can he whip it in? He's not going to get the opportunity, but we will take the corner. Can anything come from the corner? I might create an attacking corner tactic. We haven't got one this year. Again, what's frustrating here to see is that Nassi's having a poor performance. It seems to be a little bit of a theme at the start of this season. Seferoza as well again. The inconsistency seems to be a problem. I'm going to tell them I'm far from pleased. Hopefully they'll pick up the pace a little bit. But yeah, both of them have, like Seferoza scoring that unbelievable goal. They're not always on it. And that's a shame. Ignacio, again, though, he's not really firing home either. So we'll see how we go. It is early doors in a game that we've dominated. But you can't rely on 1-0, can you? You cannot rely on 1-0 because all it takes is one good opportunity for them, and there's no denying that they'll probably score it. So we need to become a little bit more potent, and there are strikers on the bench queuing up for Ignacio's place and Seferoza's place. So I might make a change. We might bring Nassi off sooner, to be honest with you. In fact, we're going to do it now. We're going to make a point of bringing him off. He's just not done it today, has he? So let's bring him off. And let's bring on... Do I bring on Batista? No, we're going to bring on Serrano. And we're going to go with a winger. We're going to go winger, inverted winger, and see how that does. But again, my front line today just hasn't played well. And but there is players on the bench waiting to come into those positions. So if they carry on playing like that today, changes will be made. I'd like a second goal, though. I definitely would, because they've started off well this season. So there's no doubt that they could improve under Roberto Martinez, but we'll see. I'm always questioning Trecatista as well. That's the role we're playing Seferoza in. And I'm also contemplating, he lost out there, and that's just not good enough. We'll watch this highlight, but I think I'm going to bring Seferoza off. And I think we're not going to play Trecatista. Although he's won the ball back here. Watch him go on a crazy run and score. We've got some brilliant passing players, which is fantastic, but I don't think we've got any muscle in midfield. But I don't know how much you need that. In the Dutch League, Serrano puts it over. That would have been brilliant for him to come on and score that. Right, so we brought Vasquez on. And that's my thing at the moment. That was a terrible ball from Pantic. Is we don't really have any muscle in midfield. No real strength. You know, a Kante style player. Not that we'd have someone as good as Kante, but you know what I mean. That style of player. I don't really have anyone like that, so it doesn't give us that option like a ball winner. And I do really feel the value of ball winners in this year's game. I think they're very good. So sometimes the fact that we have tremendous passers at the football doesn't always do us that many favours. We could probably do with a really strong central midfielder. That's his second. So they've had a player sent off now. So, I mean, that's a bonus for us. Should give us more room in which to play, but they're still playing extremely defensive, aren't they? What can we get here? Throw in. Pantic will pick it up. He's been okay so far as Pantic. Laird's had up and down games, though, which has been frustrating. Laird here. Vasquez. Oh, he's got to slot that bottom corner, hasn't he? He's got to slot that bottom corner. That's frustrating. Could have been Vasquez's first goal for the club. We've not been full of goals, but we're used to that. And I'm used to that. Oh, how's he missed that? I know he was offside, but how's he missed it? Surely he's only missed it because he knew he was offside. And now they'll get the opportunity to attack. Sabol. Serrano now. Can we break away? Serrano is ever improving as games go on. See how he does here. He's done really well to get down the line, Ignacio. That's got to be a goal again. We're not taking our chances, and Ignacio's got another opportunity there. Yeah, we're not taking our chances, and it has become a common theme of this FC Twente side. Wow, that was a terrible ball out from them. It's become a little bit of a theme, hasn't it? It's been a little bit of a meme, you could say. The fact that we just can't take our chances when we should be. Pantic, I felt like he could have played in Serrano. He doesn't, though. Sabol. Pantic. Sabol. Is there a ball in here? Pantic. Busquets. Laird now. We are working ball into box. Maybe we should take that off because we're just struggling to break them down. Pantic. Oh, he didn't hit the volley sweetly, did he? Right, so we've made our final change. We brought on Sup up top. Still don't know his name. Sabol goes close. Ball goes very close. Still can't pronounce his name, but yes, we brought Sup on up top. And hopefully, maybe there's another goal in for us. Or maybe not. Oh, wow, the pressure we paid there, and Sup was in a good position, actually. Laird, what can he do? No one was really counting on that ball coming in like that, was it? Serrano. Oh, we lose it. I don't like those block shots, but we've been fairly decent defensively in this game, but you never know, do you? Only takes one lapse of judgment and they're in, and that's not going to be that moment. Thank the Lord. Kenneth Powell's having a shocker for them. Sabol here. Vasquez. Vasquez seems to have received the ball a lot more, playing a less advanced role like Trecatista. Wow, Laird's turned him inside that. That is just what Laird brings to your team. Busquets, 2 shots. Can't hit the back of the net. They're just so compact. We're going to take off work ball into box, I think. They're just so compact. It's near impossible to break through that brick wall that they've built in front of defence to make it more than one. And that's why I said set pieces were going to be so key in this game. Fernandez is offside. Yeah, that's why I said set pieces would be so important. Because they've just, how many men they've got back, it's very difficult to pick them apart. We've had opportunities. Fernandez wins that back there, and this could be an opportunity, but he can't get it out of his feet. He does eventually, though. Pantic. We need to move that quicker because they managed to get too many men back there. And look, we're in the same position now. They've just got so many men back. Sabol, Pantic. Playing the ball well between each other. We're good at moving the ball around the pitch. I'll give us that. Ethan Laird. Fernandez now. Whips it. Vasquez. Oh, that's got to be his first goal, hasn't it? That has to be his first goal for the club. Oh, it does make you wonder if Seferosa was there. Would that have gone in the back of the net? I'm going to say no, so that I don't feel bad. We should have scored that, though. That should have been a goal. That was the clearest chance we've had this entire second half. There's not much time left now for them to mount an attack. And hopefully, we're going to get the 1-0 win here. And we are going to get a 1-0 win. And it's another live com 1-0. And to be honest with you, it should have been more. It should have been more. Absolutely dominant, weren't we? I mean, work ball into the box against this many players. Just look how defensive they played. Martinez just set them out in such a defensive fashion in this game. It's crazy. And only one clear-cut chance, and I would have thought that the clear-cut chance was Vasquez's. He really should have put that in the back of the net. But the tactic worked. I'm happy with it. I'm a bit frustrated with Nassi's performance today and Seferoza's performance. Those guys are key. And Serrano as well apparently didn't come on and do too well. I'm not too worried, though. I thought he looked like he did okay. I think when you don't... when you create a lot of chances but don't convert them, it's very difficult for the forward-thinking players to actually get a good rating. Right, guys, well, that sees us third in the league, but that is going to be it for this one. Again, I don't know how far forward I'm going to go. It's going to be similar, though. I'm just enjoying getting the episodes out. It was fantastic to see Machua get his first goal. And I said it, I called it at the start of the game. I love it sometimes when I'm right, that it was probably going to be a set piece. With the way that they were playing, they were either going to get a set piece or hit us on the counter, or we was going to get a set piece. It didn't look like we were going to be given too many open play opportunities, but Vasquez should have scored that goal. But anyway, guys, it's been a pleasure. I will catch you in the next one. Hopefully, we just keep this trajectory. I'm going to stop trying to say words today. It's early in the morning and my words are dreadful. I apologise. Anyway, guys, I will see you in the next one where maybe words come easier to us and we continue this run of form.